Hello, my lovelies. Welcome to your Cancer yoga class. My name is Natasha, also known as Nurse Natasha. If you're new here, hello, welcome. If you're old here, welcome back. We're doing our Cancer yoga class today. So first things first, I try to teach my classes in the most accessible way possible for plus-size bodies, for all bodies. I recommend you have any props that you need for your practice on the mat with you today. I have blocks. I will be cueing some stuff with the blocks today. You can have a strap, pillow, bolster, blanket, block, anything that works for you and your practice, you and your body. Remember to listen to your body, to listen to what feels good for you, to choose your own adventure. Remember, this is a yoga practice. Make it your own practice, and everything I say is an option, not an order. So, that being said, welcome my little Cancer babies. I love my Cancers. I'm a Pisces, so I love my fellow water signs. My best friend, I think, is a Cancer stellium. I know she has a Cancer moon and a Cancer rising, but lots of Cancer. I love Cancers. The Cancer energy is, again, that very watery, emotional, just really tuned into the emotions energy. Like myself, again, a Pisces, very empathetic energy, just very in tune with the emotions of themselves and the emotions of others. Cancer is ruled by the moon as far as planets go, so you Cancerians are very tapped into the moon energy. In tarot, we do share the same tarot card, so the moon in tarot is Pisces energy and also Cancer energy, but also Cancer rules the Chariot in tarot. In the body, which is what we're going to be focusing on today, Cancer rules the breasts, the womb, and the stomach. So the very kind of child-connected parts of the body. So, the kind of reproductive, like the womb, and then the breasts, for child rearing and childbearing and feeding your baby and stuff. It's very like inner child healing kind of vibes, very nurturing vibes. That's kind of the Cancers in and of itself. Remember to check your Sun, Rising, and Venus, or any planets in your chart, whatever signs they're in. You can do all those classes, or if you have a stellium, which is 3 or more planets in one sign. Grab some water. It's water energy. I'm like, need water. Make sure you do the classes for all of your placements, and check in to see where the Cancer energy or whatever sign energy kind of falls into your chart, so you can kind of learn more about how that shows up. In all my classes, I kind of talk about both the light side and the dark side of the sign. So again, it doesn't mean positive or negative, it's just the traits of the sign. So Cancers, I know for me, are super loyal, super nurturing, very just, again, tapped into their emotions and the emotions of others. And then the kind of reputation they get, I guess, is being like the crybabies of the zodiac, which, hey, you know what? I'm a water sign. I feel it. I cry a lot too. But again, it just depends on where the Cancer shows up in your chart. The dates for Cancer range from June 21st-ish to July 21st-ish. Again, it kind of depends on the year and how the stars are, but that's kind of the general time. Cancer is crab. I think that's everything. All the notes that I had, but I would love to hear in the comments how Cancer energy shows up for you in your chart, how you connect with your Cancer energy. Again, it is a water sign, that very flowy, emotional energy. Yeah, I think that's it, and we will go ahead and get started. So, as I said before, in the body, Cancer rules the breast, the womb, the stomach. We are going to be kind of getting very deep into those parts of our body, and also deep into both the heart chakra, which is what Cancer rules, and the sacral chakra, which I think, honestly, all water signs rule that area. It is the chakra of water and emotion and trauma and healing and all that jazz. So we're going to focus on both of those. Just remember to give yourself a safe place to feel. Cry if you need to cry. This is a safe place for that, and a safe place for your emotions. So we're going to get started in the Supta Baddha Konasana, which is our bound angle pose, reclined. So this is where your blocks can come in. So what you're going to do is lay back on your mat. Again, you can lay on a pillow or a bolster or a blanket if that feels good. You're going to bring the feet bottoms together to touch and open the knees. Now, you might notice here when you open the knees, you feel this kind of pull. Maybe it's uncomfortable here in your hips or in the knees. This is where these blocks come in. And you're just going to give yourself some extra support and kind of take some of that pressure or that tension off. So figure out where it feels good for you in your body. And then you can go ahead and sink in and relax here, start to tap into your mat and your present energy. I'm just going to gently rest my hands on my stomach, but you can have your hands and arms fall wherever it feels comfortable. You can close your eyes if it feels good. And just start to bring your awareness to your breath here. Not changing anything about it, just noticing as it goes in and out through your nose. On the inhale, maybe you feel the chest expand, the belly expand, taking up space. And on the exhale, everything releases, relaxes, falls. And as you breathe deeply here, I want you to just check in with your current energy, take inventory of the mind, the body, the soul. Practice non-judgment, non-attachment, just see how you're feeling. And that's the key here. I really want you to see how you feel. Tap into that Cancerian energy of emotions, being really emotionally aware. Try to identify the emotions that you are feeling. And just take inventory of them. Don't judge yourself for them. Remember, we are human and it's okay to feel things. And also just allow yourself to kind of take inventory and think about how that Cancer energy shows up in your chart, how it shows up in you. We'll seal this with a few deep breaths here. Take a big inhale in for me, filling up the chest, filling up the belly, taking up space. And open mouth, exhale. One more really big inhale in, filling up. And open mouth, exhale. We'll start to gently invite in some movement here. So when you're ready, you can inhale, open those arms up for me, like you're about to give somebody a hug. Exhale, you are going to give someone a hug, but it's you. Right arm is going to come over, left arm is going to come under. You're going to cross those arms across your chest and just give yourself a hug here. While you're here, you can give yourself a little safe self-touch. You can give yourself a little massage. Maybe say some nice things to yourself here. Maybe some nurturing things, some inner child healing. What would your inner child like to hear here? Just nurturing and taking care of yourself for once, Cancer. Go ahead and inhale, open those arms up. Exhale again, another hug. This time left arm comes over, right arm comes under. Again, to show yourself some love here. Maybe a little massage, maybe whisper sweet nothings to yourself. And show yourself some love. And go ahead and inhale, open. Exhale, release. You can scoot those blocks out and over to the side and gently close those knees. Extend the legs. Now we're going to get right into the hips and that sacral chakra here. So hands can be at your sides. I want you to bend the right knee in. Left leg stays long. That foot bottom comes to the mat, knee is bent. Option is stay right here. Option to open that knee out to the side like we were just doing in our Supta Baddha, but just our one knee. Option to draw that knee into the chest. Now here you can use your strap. You can grab the back of the thigh or the shin. Just pulling that knee in. Or you can take a half-happy baby here and reach for the bottom of that right foot and to open that knee out to the side. Find your edge. Find what feels best for you in your body. Take it step by step. Use the props that you need, so maybe a strap, or whatever feels right. Just getting right into this womb area. Breathing here. Inhale here, exhale, you can release your grasp, but keep that knee pulled in. We're going to take a twist over to the left, so you're just going to draw that right knee over to the left. Maybe gaze over that right shoulder. Left leg stays long. And just breathe here. Inhale, gently bring everything back to center. Exhale, release that right leg long. Now left knee bends in. Again, the foot bottom can come to the mat, bending the knee in. You can open that knee out to the side. You can draw that knee into the chest using any props you need here. Or you can find that half happy baby and grab for the bottom of that left foot, opening the hip and the knee out to the side. Find your edge here. Find the option that works best for you. Just take a moment to breathe. And gently release the grasp you have. Inhale here, exhale, draw that knee over to the right. Don't kick your yoga stuff in the process, or your crystals. Taking a twist here, gazing over that left shoulder. Right leg stays long. Breathing into this twist. Inhale, gently come back to center. Exhale, you can release. Now we're going to draw both knees into the chest here. You can pull those legs in again. You can use your strap here if you'd like. You can grab kind of the backs of the knees or the shins and just gently rock from side to side here. Now we're going to take fetal pose on both sides. So first I want you to drop over to the back of your mat. So dropping over to one side, keeping the knees pulled in, using the bottom arm as a pillow, finding this fetal pose. We'll spend a few breaths here. This fetal pose is great for that inner child healing, and remembering that fetal pose signifies fresh starts and new beginnings. Inventing words over here, friends. Gently, you can come back to your back and switch over to the front of your mat. So taking that fetal pose to the front of your mat, knees pulled in, using the bottom arm as a pillow. Just breathing here for a moment. And then gently, when you're ready, you're going to press yourself up to a seat. Any seat that you find comfortable. Now remember that easy seated pose means something different for everyone and every body. So finding what easy seated pose means for you. So for me, I'm seated on my butt, my legs are crossed. Take a second to scooch some goodness out from underneath you so you can feel those sit bones on the mat. And again, you can sit with your legs extended, bent, on a pillow, bolster, blanket, whatever feels good. Finding this seated pose, hands can come to the knees. And we're going to flow through a seated cat-cow here. So you can inhale, press the chest out, lift the chin, gaze goes up, squeezing shoulder blades behind you. Exhale, round, drop chin to chest, dome out the shoulders. You can kind of grasp onto those knees, maybe even lift the knees up a bit. Inhale, opening the chest, squeezing shoulder blades, really dropping that head back. Exhale, round. Now you can flow through this about 5 to 7 times, linking breath to movement. You can go fast or you can go slow, but I just want you to tap into that flow energy, that water energy. Linking breath to movement and trusting your intuition of what feels good for you. Going with the flow. Gently finish up this last round. Come back to your neutral spine. And we're going to take some full circles with our chest. So hands on the knees. First, you're going to press that chest out like we just did with our cat-cow. You're pressing that chest out, squeezing shoulder blades behind you. Then you're going to kind of lean over to the right. So bring that chest over to the right. Then to the back, so like we were doing in our cat-cow, you're kind of rounding forward, dropping chin to chest, and then leaning over to the left. Pressing it out to center, to the right, back, and left. Now if you can, try to make this one fluid motion, tapping into that flow, inhaling as we press the chest forward, and exhaling as we round back. Taking this nice deep circle here. You can make it big or small. You can really get into it or you don't have to. Just doing what feels good for you. Just linking breath to movement and flowing. The next time you're forward with that chest pressing out, pause, and we'll reverse direction. So chest presses out, then to the left, then rounding back, then over to the right, forward, left, back, right. Now maybe try to make that a fluid motion, inhaling through center and exhaling back. For my elder millennials, I'm thinking of SpongeBob when he's like, bring it around town. I feel like I make at least one SpongeBob reference a day, don't mind me. And just breathing here with your flow. And the next time you're center, pause for a moment, and then go ahead and just release to a neutral spine. All right, we'll take some twists here in our seated posture. Hands can come out to the sides. Inhale those arms up and take a twist to the right. Now you can bring that left hand to the right knee. You can gaze over the right shoulder, right hand tense behind you. Just remember to keep a nice tall spine here, even though we're twisting. And then inhale, come center. Exhale, twist to the left so that right hand can come to left knee. You can gaze over the left shoulder. Just keeping that tall spine. And inhale, come to center. Exhale, release. We'll gently transition to our tabletop, taking your time to get there. Remember, you can place any support under the knees that feels good. So come into all fours. Shoulder, elbow, wrist are stacked. Hips are stacked over knees. Now, we're going to do some circles here. So just like we were doing circles seated, we're going to do full body circles here in this tabletop. So you can go just for your good old-fashioned cat-cow if you'd like, but I'd like you to test out some body circles. So the body circle motion, you kind of start with the cat-cow, so inhaling, opening the chest, lifting the chin, arching the back, and then exhale, rounding, doming out, shoulders drop, chin to chest. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. So starting with this motion. And then you start to kind of incorporate the side to side. So you're kind of almost, I don't know the way to describe it. It's like pressing right shoulder to right, left hip out, and then circling into that kind of cat-cow arch and round movement, but also taking it from side to side. That's the best way I can describe it. I feel like the reason I wanted to do this movement is because it's truly intuitive. It's truly that flow. Yours is going to look different than mine. Mine's going to look different than yours. I just want you to just circle your body here. You're kind of almost drawing a circle with your butt on the wall behind you, if that makes sense. And with your chest in front of you. But just like really just feel it. Just get into it. You can look silly. That's okay. You can even bend into the elbows. I just want you to really just flow here. Tune into that breath. And remember to also take it in the opposite direction. Just getting both sides here. Try to even out your sides. And just move intuitively. Flow intuitively. Allow yourself to feel silly. It's almost a very sensual movement, I feel. And then when you feel like your sides are even, you feel good, you feel flowy, you can go ahead and return to neutral. Now we'll take a child's pose here. You can open those knees as wide as the mat, sink those hips back to the heels. Walk the arms out, drop the chest, find this balasana, this child's pose. I want you to really just sink in here. Really ground yourself into the mat with this really watery, flowy energy. We need a little bit of grounding. Again, I want you to tap in to that Cancerian energy of emotion here. What emotions are you feeling? Try to name them. Try to identify them. Breathe deeply here. And just tap into those feels for me. Now inhale here, exhale, walk your hands over to the right, so stretching into this left side body. Breathe into that space. Inhale through center, exhale, walk hands over to the left, now breathing into that right side body. And gently inhale, come center. Exhale here. Inhale, gently rise to your tabletop. And exhale, we're going to find a downward facing dog. So tuck those toes, bring those hips up and back. Pressing palms into the mat, pressing chest between the arms, the shoulders, driving heels down. Heels don't have to touch, but just intentionally pressing them down towards the mat. Pressing that chest towards your thighs. Find some movement and breathe here for me. Again, just try to move intuitively, what would feel good right now for your body. And find stillness. Inhale, gaze to the top of the mat. Exhale, we'll travel there, so maybe some baby steps. Maybe a big old step for me, finding yourself in your forward fold. As always, maybe bringing the feet a little wider to honor and make space for your belly and thighs. Sink into this forward fold here. Do what feels good. Maybe ragdoll or grab opposite elbows. Sway from side to side. And gently come to stillness. Bring hands to shins, press into them. Inhale for a halfway lift, flat spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, gently rise to standing. And exhale, hands to heart. You can take a moment here. Close the eyes. Standing in our Tadasana Mountain Pose. You can close the eyes if it feels good. If not, you can keep them open. Just tapping into your breath, tapping into your feels, tapping into your Cancerian energy. Sealing with the breath. Big inhale in through the nose, filling up chest, filling up belly. Taking up space. Open mouth, exhale. All right, my loves. We're going to flow a little bit here with some half sun salutes, standing at the top of your mat. Hands can be at your side, starting in our Tadasana Mountain Pose. Inhale, reach those arms up. Exhale, take an open arm twist to the right. So you're opening the arms up, gazing over that right shoulder. Remember to keep the hips center here. Our hips kind of like to turn with us. We don't want that. We want to twist from the stomach, from the torso. So hips stay forward. Inhale, come center. Exhale, open arm twist to the left. Again, check in with those hips. Inhale, center. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come to standing. Exhale, hands to heart. We'll do this 2 more times. Inhale, reach. Exhale, open arm twist. Check in with the hips. Inhale, reach. Exhale, twist. Press those hips forward. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to standing. Exhale those hands to heart. Last one, inhale, reach. Exhale, open arm twist. Inhale, reach. Exhale, twist other side. Inhale, reach. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come to standing. Exhale, hands to heart. All right, my lovelies. We're going to flow here with some warriors, some lunges, and just show ourselves a little bit of love, a little bit of nurturing here. If I know anything about Cancers, is that y'all love to nurture everybody else. We need to nurture ourselves, okay? So we're going to start standing. You can take this from a vinyasa if you'd like. I'll make you this from standing. Hands can come to hips. Right foot's going to come center. Left foot is going to step back into a warrior 1. So it's a little bit shorter of a stance than like our high crescent or warrior 2. We're going to bend into that front knee. Back foot is flat at about a 45-degree angle. Bending into my front knee. And then I'm going to take a moment to square off my torso to the front of the mat. Finding my power here, and then you can inhale your arms up. Breathe here for a moment. Now I want you to inhale, bring the arms open. Exhale for that hug. So right arm's going to come over, left arm's going to come over. You're going to reach for those shoulders, opening the back of the heart here. And then we're going to find a humble warrior. So you're going to kind of lean forward and take a bow, giving yourself a hug. Gently bowing forward to the inside of that knee. You don't have to go very deep. But just give yourself a little hug, a little love here. Inhale, use the core to rise, and exhale, we step back to the top of our mats. All right, we'll do that on the other side. So this time, left foot comes to center, hands on hips, right foot steps back into this warrior one, bending the knee over the ankle on that front leg, squaring off torso, inhaling arms up. Now we inhale, reach wide, reach arms wide, exhale, left arm comes over, right arm comes over, give yourself a hug. Give yourself a little squeeze, then maybe lean forward and take that humble bow with your hug. Really reaching for the shoulders, giving yourself some love, opening the back of the heart. Inhale, use the core to rise. Exhale, release, step back to the top of your mat. Shake it on out for me. Now we're going to do the same thing in a low lunge. So we're going to take ourselves back down to our mats. We're going to inhale our arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. You can plant the hands, either step back to a downward dog, to a table, or just gently take it one foot at a time. My old knee is popping. And you're going to come to a seat on your knees. Now, as always, you can put some extra support under your knees. If you'd like, I want you to grab a hold of your blocks. Coming to stand on the knees. We're going to start with the right leg. We're going to set that right leg out to a low lunge. So right knee comes over ankle, pressing this left hip flexor down. Hands on either side of the foot. You can have them on the blocks or on the mat. Chest is lifted. Now you can hang out here. You can rise to that right thigh, or you can inhale, bring the arms up. Hanging out here in this low lunge. Now again, we're going to inhale the arms wide, exhale, take a hug here. Right arm comes over, left arm comes under, and really round those shoulders forward, opening the back of the heart. Give yourself some love and maybe lean forward and take that humble bow forward to the inside of that right leg. Inhale, use the core to rise. Exhale, we can release the hands down, and I'm just going to straighten this front leg, finding a counter pose, a half splits. So I'm flexing my right toes back towards my face, straightening that right leg. Hands are still on either side of the leg, either on blocks or on the mat. Chest stays lifted. And then release into your low lunge. Press hands into the blocks or into the mat and step that right foot back. All right, I got to do that all on the left side. So coming to stand on my knees, stepping my left foot out now into my low lunge. Left knee bends over ankle. Hands on blocks on either side of the foot or on the mat. Press that right hip flexor down. My chest is lifted. Maybe I hang out here, maybe rising to the left thigh. Maybe inhaling arms up. Breathing here. Inhale, arms wide. Exhale, left arm comes over, right arm comes under. Give yourself a hug. Start to round forward, open up the back of the heart, and take that bow forward. Inhale to rise. Exhale, release hands. Straighten that front leg. Flex the toes back towards your face. Find your counter pose, your half splits. And shifting back to our low lunge, press hands into the blocks or the mat and step that left foot back for me. All right. Bringing my blocks off to the side, just in case we need them later. I'm gonna take a seat on my butt. Gently coming to sit. And we're gonna take some seated folds here. First one being our Baddha Konasana, so like how we started, except we're not reclined. We're seated up, feet bottoms come to touch, knees open. You can always place those blocks underneath your knees if you'd like. And just inhale for a nice straight spine and exhale to fold. I don't care how deep you fold, I just want you to feel good. And again, ask yourself, how do I feel? Can I identify my emotions? I think that's kind of where the work for cancers is figuring out the why. Why am I crying? Why am I feeling this way? Really putting a name to the emotion that you're feeling. Inhale to rise. Exhale, release, bring the legs out, coming to a wide-legged position. Doesn't have to be super wide, wherever feels comfortable. Inhale, lengthen spine. Exhale, fold, hinging from the hips here. Again, doesn't matter how deep you fold. Inhale, gently rise. Exhale, you can release. Now we're going to find our way to our backs. Take your time, moving gently, moving slowly, releasing to your back. Now you can bend into the knees, bring the feet bottoms to the mat. We're going to take a reclined pigeon here. So, options. Option one, you're going to take this right ankle and you're going to cross it over your left thigh. And you can gently press on that right thigh to open that hip up. This is our reclined pigeon. Option two, draw the knees into the chest and either use your strap or reach in between that space you just created, grab the back of the thigh and pull the legs in. Option three is you can straighten that back leg as well, or you can just stay right here, listening to your body, knowing what feels good and what doesn't. I don't know if you can hear the little birdies chirping outside my window. Definitely adding to the vibes. Just breathing here. Now you can gently release that grip you have on your legs, keeping the legs crossed, however, maybe even crossing them a bit more, bringing the arms out to the T position and dropping those legs over to the left. So taking a double twist, so the legs are twisted and your body is twisted. If this double twist feels like too much, you can uncross the legs, listen to your body. You can maybe gaze over the right shoulder. And as we breathe here, again, identifying the emotions and using these twists to release them. Give your safe space to feel and release, because guess what? You can't release that emotion you're holding on to without first feeling it. I know it's hard, but we have to feel to release. Gently bring it back to center. You can uncross the legs and we'll take it to the other side. So left ankle crosses over right thigh. Same thing here. If you'd like to stay here, you can press gently on that left thigh. You can draw knees into the chest. You can straighten that back leg, finding your edge, making it your practice. And gently release the grip you have on your legs, but keeping them twisted, maybe twist them a little more, drop them over to the right, and gaze over that left shoulder. Again, you can untwist if that doesn't feel good. And use this as a moment to release. Gently bring things back to center and exhale, release. Now our final pose here is going to be a happy baby. So we did kind of half happy babies at the beginning. Now we're going to do a full happy baby. So lots of options is you can find your Supta Baddha Konasana here, feet together to touch, opening the knees, supported with the blocks. Step number one. Variation number two is just drawing that into the chest, grabbing backs of thighs or the shins. And then option 3, you can use your strap or your hands and reach for your feet and then pull them on down. Find your edge, find what feels best for you. Wherever you are, remember that it's called happy baby, not sad baby, so maybe bring a smile to your lips. Spend some time with your breath here. Spend some time with your feels. And when you're ready to release, you can. You can find any savasana that feels good for you. Maybe it's that Supta Baddha Konasana that we started class with. Maybe it's full corpse pose extended on your mat. I'm going to bend my knees and bring my knees kind of to knock in together to touch. So I drive my lower back into the mat. This is just an option. I want you to listen to your body, go where you want to go. Let your hands fall where they want to fall and bring it back to your breath. And I will leave you here in Savasana, my lovely Cancer babies. Remember to spend at least 5 to 10 breaths here. I would love to hear when you're finished how Cancer shows up in your chart in the comments. Remember to check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, any signs that you have planets in, or you can do all the classes, whatever feels right for you. This is where I will leave you. Until next time.